Movie Trades. I wanted to do something a little different. I'm in the holiday spirit. It's December 1st. I got my Christmas tree up. I got my voices cracked. I'm ready for Christmas. You know what I mean? And you know what everyone is always doing in this Finchwick community? They're asking me, do you have a service you sell? Do you have a service you sell? And I keep telling them, no. I don't have a service I sell, right? But I kind of miss out sometimes. Every Christmas when all these companies, all these gurus, they talk about the service they're selling. And I'm like, oh my goodness, man. I get FOMO. So I still and never will have a service to sell. But I do know some people who do. And they're proud of it. They're proud to call themselves servants of Satan. Servants of Satan. And we actually all know and agree that these servants of Satan exist. And they're proud to call themselves servants of Satan and be in these little groups. So let's talk about it. We all know look at these tweets. He's burning in hell. He's burning in hell. He's burning in hell. We all agree. The guy who ran the world, Henry Kissinger, burning in hell right now. Let's talk a little more about that. Because I don't like that this is a meme. I don't like that they just let this become a meme. So let's just get into this. This is a parody video. All right, it's for parody purposes only. Absolutely nothing in this video is based on real facts or events that happen in the real world. This is nothing more than occult theater. But I'm going to give another warning, too. This is real. I don't care if you're a Christian. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care if you think all that stuff is stupid and that this doesn't affect you at all. And that we just all go die in dirt one day and this was all silly stuff and this doesn't affect you. I don't care. I'm going to give you another warning. You keep watching this video after this slide, you will no longer be able to see Satan as a meme. You will no longer be able to see Satan as a meme, and you will definitely no longer be able to see Satan as a cartoon devil with horns. We're going to find out who Satan is today, baby. And if you want to sell your soul to Satan and join the Illuminati, oh, baby, you're about to find out how to do it. I don't think it's a good idea, but you're about to find out how to do it. Let's go. Henry Kissinger was literally given a goddamn award by a Bavarian order 6 months ago before his death. So let's just read, and let's just get this out of the way. You two are overlords at Google. I love that Yield Max ETF, by the way. GOY. Oh, no, GOOOY. No, it's GOOY. My bad. I love that Yield Max ETF. I've been nibbling on that recently. But our overlords at Google, they're going to have a problem with me using the word Illuminati. And I'm pretty sure they're going to put some shit from Wikipedia under this video. I don't quote Wikipedia. I quote Brittanica. Let's see what Brittanica has to say about the Bavarian Illuminati. That Henry oh, never mind. Perhaps the group most closely associated with the name Illuminati was a short-lived movement of Republican free thought founded on May 1st, 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, professor of canon law at Ingolstadt and a former Jesuit. So a former member of the Jesuit order, he wasn't part of them anymore. He founded something, and the members of this secret society called themselves perfectibilists. Their founders' aim was to replace Christianity. The aim of the secret society that was founded May 1st, 1776, was to replace Christianity, which also includes the real Jewish religion, which is in the Torah, not the Talmud, with a religion of reason. They wanted to replace Christianity and the real Torah with a religion of reason. What nice guys. They made that decision for us. As later did the revolutionaries of France and the 19th century positive philosopher Auguste Comte. The order was organized along Jesuit lines and kept internal discipline and a system of mutual surveillance based on that model. Its members pledged obedience to their superiors and were divided into three main classes. The first included novices, Minervals, and lesser Illuminati. The second consisted of Freemasons, ordinary, Scottish, and Scottish Knights. And the third, or mystery class, comprised two grades of priest and regent, as well as magus and king. So a Bavarian society gave Henry Kissinger the Bavarian Order of Maximilian for arts, for science and the arts during a reception in Fürth, Germany, June 20th, 2023. So this award, I looked into it, and I encourage you to look into it. Only 100 living people can have it. Only 100 living people can have it. So he got it, now he's dead. And so everyone in meme world is saying now that Henry Kissinger has died, there is a new person who can be the most evil person in the world, and that's Klaus Schwab. What a joke. You think that's a joke? Or it might be a little more than a joke. Because only 100 people living can get this award. And he was the 100th. Now we're back down to 99. We need someone to replace the most evil man in the world. So, I'm going to do a little, this is an act, all right? I don't want God to hear me say, this is parody, God. This is parody. But I want to be like these gurus and these companies. They got a Black Friday thing. Let me tell you what these people like Henry Kissinger and their group, it's not just Henry Kissinger. Anyone can join this, baby. I'm not going to join it. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea for anyone to join it, but you can. Here's their sales pitch. Have you ever wanted to join the Illuminati? Run the world like Klaus Schwab? Sell your soul to Satan? Well, Harry Kissinger, he'll teach you how, baby. First, you need a plot with lots of irony. You got a real story from God. Something happened to you, right? But that's a beautiful story. The devil loves that, right? You can sell that to him. For Henry, he was lucky to survive the Holocaust, which was the attempted genocide of a specific race and religion of people. That is the type of amazing underdog story God is probably planning you to have a spectacular life for. Think about how the trials of Charlie Munger and what happened to him early in his life. He was really down bad on his luck up until his 30s. Very sad. But it pushed him to act saintly. They tried to code it, but it didn't work. Unfortunately, looks like Henry picked a different path. Compounding honest success like Charlie takes time. You can sell your villain origin story, as they call it, as irony. The devil loves irony. You can sell that to Satan. He thinks that's a commodity. You can sell it to him. Satan would love to buy your soul outright and speed up the process by making it an ironic villain origin story. For Harry, he ended up leading the mass killing, war crimes. Sorry, I'm going to say Henry. For Henry, he ended up leading the mass killing, war crimes, and genocide of numerous people. Numerous is enough. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. I'm sorry, that's a mistake. It is not numerous. It is hundreds of thousands of people. We'll get into the numbers later. My bad. That was a mistake. He did not end up killing numerous people. He led a genocide in Southeast Asia. So most people who survived the Holocaust, what they say, we have to make sure this never happens again. Henry will show how he actually thought, yeah, I might be able to make a little money off this. Satan loves to create a false dichotomy, right? I can take this guy, right, like the monkey's paw in the Catch-22. You can't have anything good in this world without bad. You got to suffer to have a happy life, right? You can't have anything good without anything bad. All these people who get rich and famous, well, they die of drug overdoses randomly, like Matthew Perry, right? Satan loves to create a false dichotomy. He loves the monkey's paw, and he loves the Catch-22. So if you have a villain origin story, he will buy that from you to make it ironic. And you surviving the biggest mass genocide attempt and what did happen in history, he's going to see that as an ironic thing that he can buy from you so that you can end up leading the next mass genocide in Southeast Asia and Latin America. I'm going to prove this happened. For example, what if a Holocaust survivor led a genocide? Wouldn't it be funny if we synced up his war crimes with his birthplace in Germany? Viet Cong, this is how these people think. This is how the people who run the world think. Viet Cong military tactics. If you don't know, I'm not a historian by any means. Guerrilla warfare, in my mind, is mostly associated with the Vietnam War. That's where I heard about guerrilla warfare. If you heard about guerrilla warfare from earlier things, I'm sure it happened. In the minds of me, an American, and I think in the minds of the masses of Americans, when they hear the word guerrilla warfare, they think about the Vietnam War and the Viet Cong. So the Viet Cong military tactics. And Henry Kissinger was huge in Vietnam. This will all be clear how this is connected to. Viet Cong military tactics. Despite having no aircraft, tanks, or artillery of their own, the Viet Cong managed to hold out against the Americans until the USA left Vietnam in the 1970s. The Viet Cong used a number of tactics to help them do this. Guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare is the art of using knowledge of the landscape to avoid open battle with the enemy and to launch raids and surprise attacks before disappearing back into the undergrowth. The Viet Cong had experience of doing this while fighting the Japanese and the French after World War II. They were very familiar with the terrain and the climate. They used the Ho Chi Minh Trail, which stretched from North Vietnam to the south to keep their forces supplied. So here's a big criticism of Kissinger. Kissinger, for decades, battled the notion that he and Nixon had settled in 1972 for peace terms in Vietnam that had been available 3 years earlier in 1969, and thus had needlessly prolonged the war at the cost of tens of thousands of American lives. He was castigated for authorizing telephone wiretaps of reporters and his own National Security Council staff to plug news leaks in Nixon's White House. He was denounced on college campuses for the bombing and Allied invasion of Cambodia in April 1970, intended to destroy North Vietnamese supply lines and communist forces in South Vietnam. That incursion, as Nixon and Kissinger called it, where, just to be clear, that incursion, as Nixon and Kissinger called it, was blamed by some for contributing to Cambodia's fall into the hands of the Khmer rogue insurgents. So we're going to read more about this later. But I'm pretty sure my next slide is a source that says Cambodia was neutral. Cambodia was not an adversary. They were just on the border of Vietnam. They were just trying to be neutral. We're going to read about what this Holocaust survivor, who most people who survived the Holocaust say, we will never allow this to happen again, no matter what. Unfortunately, we're going to have evidence in this video. He sold his soul to the devil and use this tragic thing that happened to him to justify the Holocaust of the Cambodian people. Guerrilla warfare matches Erlangen, Nuremberg. This is where Henry Kissinger was born. So Henry Kissinger was technically born in Fürth. Okay, I've got, if we can see on a map right here, it's the same metropolitan area as Erlangen, Nuremberg, which you have probably heard as its Americanized version, Nuremberg. But the actual way that it is spelled, and I will prove this on the next slide, is Erlangen, Nuremberg. That is the city and metropolitan area where Henry Kissinger was born and grew up. It is a triple match in gematria with guerrilla warfare, which is what this source right here says needlessly cost tens of thousands of American lives when we could have just settled for peace in 1969. He also got a very special award in Fürth, and it's a double match with the Bavarian Order, and he was given the award by a Bavarian Order. Henry Kissinger and Cambodia. While Nixon publicly favored a policy of Vietnamization, or the withdrawal of U.S. troops so that the South Vietnamese could take over military operations, he secretly escalated the Vietnam War by bombing neighboring Laos and Cambodia. He secretly escalated the Vietnam War by bombing neighboring Laos and Cambodia. He secretly just bombed countries that we weren't even at war with. He didn't tell us. We weren't even at war with them. He just bombed the shit out of them. Then we didn't let us know. We didn't get the vote on it. Taxation without representation. Would the American people have voted to bomb the shit out of Cambodia and Laos? No, that's why you keep it a fucking secret. Kissinger was deeply involved in the bombing raids on Cambodia and in keeping them a secret from Congress and the public. According to a Pentagon report released in 1973, Henry A. Kissinger approved each of the 3,875 Cambodian bombing raids. Again, a neutral country, a country we were not at war with at all, as well as the methods for keeping them out of the newspapers. He bombed the shit 3,000. There's only 365 days in the fucking year. There's only 365 days in a fucking year. In 2 years, what the fuck? How is this even mathematically possible? What? 7,200? What? You had 7,300 days to do that. Oh my God. He only had 730 days and he approved 3,875 bombings? That's like 6 bombings a day. What the? Did this guy sleep? By the end of the bombing campaign, nicknamed Operation Menu, right? I'll tell you right now, Menu, Holiday in Cambodia, the album, fresh fruit for rotting vegetables, Menu. You'll eat the bugs. By the end of the bombing campaign, nicknamed Operation Menu, the U.S. had dropped a total of 110,000 tons. Oh my God. A ton. Oh man, maybe that's. No, I don't know. I can't even fathom that. They dropped a total of 110,000 tons of bombs. They killed between 150,000 and 500 civilians. I don't even see how this is mathematically possible. Like, these are like 7 bombings a day in a span of 2 years? And how was he also keeping this a secret? This guy was not working alone, but we get to blame all of it on him. By the end of the bombing campaign, nicknamed Operation Menu, I already read that, the Khmer Rouge galvanized anti-American sentiment in a destabilized Cambodia. So Kissinger himself killed 150 to 500,000 people, then allowed the Khmer Rouge to galvanize anti-American sentiment in a destabilized Cambodia, rising to power and slaughtering 1.7 to 2.2 million Cambodians. as part of the Cambodian genocide. He led a genocide. And he is a genocide survivor. He sold his soul to the devil so that he could, ironically, because anything can be ironic to these freaks, carry out the next genocide. He did a little more than that. He got an award for it too, before they sacrificed him. Nice guys. His hometown matches guerrilla warfare in 3 cybers of gematria, and this is proof that this is how it is actually spelled. This is how Nuremberg as we know it. And do you know what Nuremberg is known for? The post-World War II, we can never let it happen again. They gave him an award in Nuremberg before they sacrificed him. What do you think they're telling you? It is also 223. I mean, Jesus. His hometown matches guerrilla warfare in 3 cybers of gematria. They just sacrificed him, and that was Nuremberg. I want to talk about the song Holiday in Cambodia, written by the Dead Kennedys, came out in 1980, presumably protesting what happened in Cambodia during the Vietnam War, and we weren't even at war with Cambodia. So the Dead Kennedys wrote this song. It's pretty good, but I want to get into some stuff behind it, right? Because it sounds like a protest song, right? You can sell your soul numerous ways. And I'm not trying to talk about anyone except the 3 people in the title. You can sell your soul in numerous ways. And the rebellion, some people might not know it. I'll talk about another video about how they do this. They may not know. But Holiday in Cambodia by the Dead Kennedys. Dead Kennedys? Oh, man. They just sacrificed. Oh, man, we'll talk about this. What is this song about? You can read what this says, Genius says. I'm not going to read all that. Some of the themes. One of them is chemical warfare. Chemical warfare down here. Keep note of that. Think about that. That's one of the themes in Holiday in Cambodia. Okay? One person who wrote this song, the main writer, East Bay Ray produced it, but Claus Fluoride. Claus Fluoride. Claus Fluoride. Song about chemical warfare that came out in 1980. About how Henry Kissinger was secretly killing hundreds of thousands of people and keeping it a secret. Claus Fluoride, who wrote this song, double match with Henry Kissinger, who the song was protesting. Let's talk about more about Henry Kissinger selling his soul. You too can sell your soul to Satan. You can be just like him. Don't you want to be just like Henry Kissinger? You can sell your soul to Satan. Do it. What a great idea. You're going to pay a price, though. You don't have to be elite. Oh, wait, sorry. You got to pay a price. Wait, we got to talk about some of these rewards. Oh, baby, I've only been focusing on the negatives of selling your soul to Satan and using an ironic villain origin story to kill hundreds of thousands of people. It probably ain't done. You get awarded for it in Nuremberg, your hometown, before they sacrifice you. You get awards for this, but you get good stuff. It's not all bad. It ain't all bad. You got sacrifice. It ain't all bad. Do you have some sex? Yeah, you can get it in. You can hit it raw, baby. Wow! Wow, you can get it in. They're gonna let you party. Woo! Bohemian Grove, baby. They probably let him get all of his knob bobbed on. You can be just like Henry Kissinger. Did you know that right when they died, every single news outlet wanted to know, hey, Henry Kissinger was known as the West Wing Playboy. So right around the time Playboy started getting huge, by a guy named Hugh Marston, which is a triple match. It's actually a quadruple match because both of these numbers also are in Jesuit order. Hugh Marston. He was, sending his honeys across the country to get knobbed on, or to get the whatever. Who knows what they were doing, man? I'm sure he likes Peggy. I don't like Peggy. I ain't all about the Peggy. I'm all about the showerhead. Anyway, step one, you got to give them their bread in circuses, and they'll never revolt. The devil loves to use sex to make it seem like the people perpetuating mass genocide and war crimes are just chill bros. We're having fun. For Henry, he was known as the West Wing Playboy, which every news outlet and your mother is reminding you of today. And I swear, when they posted this, the Washington Post, the caption of this says, Henry's about to get lucky. He's about to get lucky with this hoe. Woo! Yeah. Nah, he wasn't. What's wrong with him? Yeah, he killed some Cambodians, right? They made a song about it, Klaus Fluoride, gave him an award for it in Nuremberg, right? Wasn't Klaus someone known for violating some Nuremberg conditions? Anyway. Harry's about to get lucky. Genocide. Let's talk about how he, had many brides. Anyway, Henry Kissinger, he was a bro. He smashed puss. What a bro. Henry Kissinger double match with Playboy Mansion. Cool. Just like he was double matched with that Klaus Fluoride guy who wrote a song about him. How mad he was at him. Henry Kissinger double match with Playboy Mansion. Look what this guy said over here. He smashed hoes. What'd he say? Oh, I didn't include the caption. What'd he say? Anyway, someone was like, I'm pretty sure in the I don't want. Anyway, Henry Kissinger smashed puss. What a bro. War crimes are chill, man. Hey, man, this is absolutely not the opinion of, these people. I meant to post what the whole picture was here, and I didn't, so that's my mistake. But anyway, I'll just ignore that from now. But what's the news saying about him that's kind of driving this narrative? Hey, it's chill, man. What's wrong? Wait, how's he any different than any other diplomat? Pudgy and messy, Kissinger acquired a reputation as a ladies' man in the staid Nixon administration. Kissinger called women a diversion, a hobby. Nice guy. Isaacson, wasn't that masculinity back then? Yeah, man, women are a hobby, man. They're just a distraction for women on bombing the crap out of Cambodia. Isaacson wrote that Hollywood executives were eager to set him up with starlets, whom Kissinger squired to premises and showy restaurants. His companions included Jill St. John, Shirley MacLaine, Marlo Thomas, Candace Bergen, and Liv Oldman in a poll of Playboy Club bunnies. This was not just some one-off thing. In a poll of Playboy Club bunnies. They really wanted you to know, hey, he might have been blowing people up, but that's how he was getting his meat rubbed. He was getting his meat rubbed, man. That means he's cooler than you. Honest people can't get their meat rubbed. They have to they got to bomb Cambodia and kill 500,000 people and sell their soul to the devil to do that. Kissinger's explanation, I just did this to get laid, right? The Playboy Club bunnies in 1972 dubbed him Super K. Newsweek finished first as the man I would most like to go out on a date with. His explanation, power is the ultimate aphrodisiac, right? They want you to know this because you've already known this. Henry Kissinger was already coded into your mind to be a member or to be synonymous with the Playboy Mansion. And then if you didn't get that, they were always associating him with the Playboy Mansion. So you would associate things like people Henry Kissinger do, that people in the United States government still do to this day in Middle Eastern countries and Latin American countries is cool. That's how you get the honeys. And if I had more of this, I would have tried to explain it. I'm pretty sure, anecdotally, they may have changed it. They may not have said it at all. Just some random person was like, he smashed more hoes than you. Anyway. Step 2, become best friends with other Satanists and help them with their war crimes. Yeah, you can't work alone. It's the order, baby. We're a club. We got videos of each other doing bad stuff, remember? We're a club, right? Hillary Clinton, what's her husband known for doing? Right? Why did Anthony Bourdain die again? Because he might have known something about something? An island? Anyway, just become best friends with other Satanists and help them with their war crimes. We'll code you with them. Don't worry. They'll get it. We'll code them so they'll accept it. His writings and advice on geopolitics have remained required reading in the foreign policy community in the United States and overseas. It doesn't sound like we're too sad about this. Even as his detractors have remained just as critical. In 2016, for example, Kissinger's name proved to be a lightning rod. A lightning rod. During a tense Democratic presidential debate exchange between the two parties' leading candidates at the time, Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. I am proud to say that Henry Kissinger is not my friend. Count me in as somebody who will not be listening to Henry Kissinger, Sanders said. A knock on Clinton, who had spoken of seeking Kissinger's counsel when she was Secretary of State. The comments underscore Kissinger's enduring divisiveness, even decades after leaving public office. But for a statesman who forged an unlikely path to diplomacy on his own terms, criticism came with the territory, man. It's just part of the territory, man. Yeah, you got Cambodian genocide on Monday, smash puss on Tuesday. That's just your distraction, baby. I just need to distract myself. Why do you think he needed to distract himself? So he didn't think about all the people he was blowing up? Anyway, it's just the aphrodisiac. I'm sure he told himself that. But you may not have remembered, Bernie Sanders, he was making fun of Hillary Clinton for listening and seeking Kissinger's counsel when she was Secretary of State. Anecdotally, I believe that there's a famous quote from Henry Kissinger that goes something along the lines that soldiers are pawns, like comparing them to, livestock essentially. Soldiers are pawns for political tools, right? Using soldiers as pawns for political tools. Like, hey, we're going to dishonorably discharge you. Clause fluoride, you're going to dishonorably be discharged if you're not in, you're not in with this. And now all those people in the military can't reproduce. So what was Kissinger's thing? Soldiers, right? 50,000 people in Vietnam, off them. 50,000 Americans, 3 years. What's this say? What's this source say? We could have ended the Vietnam War 3 years earlier and protected them from guerrilla warfare, which he's got a big award from and tributed for. We could have ended this. But this guy thought, you know what? American soldiers are pawns for political gain. And he was giving advice to Hillary Clinton. Is she known for an event that some people on the right wing think was used for political gain? I think she was, if I remember correctly. She was remembered for Benghazi. So I typed Benghazi into the gematria calculator. And I also typed it in with Hugh Marston, Hillary Rodham Clinton, and the Jesuit order. Let's just go over some of these. The Jesuit order matches with all four of Hugh Marston of the Playboy Mansion, who I can't even. They coded them so hard, I'm even starting to mix them up. Who Henry Kissinger was really associated with. He was the West Wing Playboy. So Jesuit order triple matches with the founder of Playboy, Hugh Marston. It is a double match. It's actually a triple match with Hillary Rodham. 144, 72, 72, 144, and then 72 twice. Benghazi is also a double match with the Jesuit order, and it's also a double match with Hillary. It's a triple match with Hillary Clinton. Jesuit order matches Hillary Rodham in 3 ciphers. Benghazi matches Hillary Rodham in 2 ciphers, in 3 ciphers, my bad, 144, 72 twice. And then it also matches with Jesuit order in 2 ciphers. And notice they all have 144, 144, 144, 144. The Bible says 144,000 people are going to enter, the kingdom of heaven. I think I'm getting that right. They're going to give you your kingdom of heaven to go into. You can go enter their kingdom of heaven. That's what this video is about. You want to go enter their kingdom of heaven, you're going to get to soon. Just know what these people are about. Hillary Rodham. How many times does it match with West Wing Playboy, which was Henry Kissinger's nickname? It's a double match with West Wing Playboy, and it's a double match with Hillary Rodham. So when Hillary Clinton did Benghazi, she got the exact same, she got this nickname. She got this nickname from the right wing. Killary. They called her Killary. And everyone on the right wing called her Killary when they brought up Benghazi. That wasn't a clever thing you thought of. That is a double match with Erlangen-Nuremberg, which is a triple match of Henry Kissinger's hometown, who used American citizens for war crimes. So Erlangen-Nuremberg, that's Henry Kissinger's hometown. It's a triple match with guerrilla warfare. And they just gave him a big award for his service before they sacrificed him. So Erlangen-Nuremberg, using American soldiers as tools, like Klaus Floride's already did. Double match with Hillary Clinton. All right? So this is coming. They're telling you it's coming. This red block is because I put this in my Microsoft document and it said we don't allow this. I don't know why. This was a CNN headline. I'm not going to go into it. They're making the connection to Nuremberg and CV-19 coming back. Right when Kissinger died, now all of a sudden it's getting official. Hey, it's happening in China again. They're making the connection to Kissinger, Nuremberg, CV, Klaus Floride. I'm going to let them do whatever they want. But I'm just going to tell you something. You want to be in the Illuminati? Next year, they're going to invite you.